I'm a Wuthering Waves player, and from my neck of the woods, I hear a lot of complaints about how difficult the ZZZ endgame really is. Naturally, I wanted to experience this for myself, but there's just one issue. I am way too good at games. I was gonna need another layer of challenge, and so I decided. I'm Rhinne, I'm the best Wuthering Waves player in the world, and this is the story of how I beat Zenless Zone Zero using level 50 characters as a new player. No. Boom! Get the fuck out of my game. I didn't know much about Zenless Zone Zero, but chat told me I needed 3 teams. Shout out to them, by the way, they helped me out a ton this run. What I didn't know was that I wanted one team to be centered around Lighter. He's the coolest character in the game, and it's not even close. I just had to pull him first. Alright, we're entering Soft Pity now. Are we gonna get it on Soft Pity? If we don't get it here, I'm gonna start doing individual pulls. That's a yellow, right? That was a yellow? Okay. Do we win 50-50? Come on. I've lost so many 50-50s recently. I mean, in general, I'm pretty unlucky in gacha games. Come on. Don't do me dirty, Mihoyo. Don't do it. Dude, that scared me. That scared me so much. You don't understand. I thought that was Grace. All right, I think it's after this one. Do we win it? No! My gacha luck preceded me, and I lost yet another 50-50. But thankfully, as a new player playing a gacha game, they're trying to keep you as hooked as possible. This means there are a ton of resources available, and so after a few hours of grinding, the inevitable happened. Alright, Soft Pity, do we get it here? Nope. Oh, we did! There we go, Soft Pity, baby. Hugo was on banner too, and so I decided I'd go for him as well. Partly because he pairs so well with Lighter. Mostly because I want him to punch his scythe into me. I am not talking about his weapon. Lucy, please. Please? Lucy! Wait, S! Wait, this game is dog shit. This game is straight dog shit. It is actually just garbage, dude. I've lost... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. ZZZ Jesus ended up helping us a ton this run. Shout out to the homie. He told me to save the guarantee for Yi Xuan, who I was told was a Miyabi tier character. A statement which, at the time, I had no reference for. I've never used Miyabi. Remember, I'm a new player. I was also told that Yi Xuan's banner has the perfect free-to-play starter kit on it. So if I pulled for her, I had one team set. The Soldier 11 I lost my 50-50 to, and the Lighter I just pulled would also pair really well together. I just need to pair either Rhinne or Nicole with them. I wasn't sure which was better at this point, but either way, our second team was built. I just had to work on one more. For our third team, I needed a DPS unit, and both Piper and Sokaku were my best options here. I didn't know it at the time, but both were anomaly agents, which pair extremely well against Bringer. Our current teams in Yi Xuan and Soldier 11 aren't really made to go against them, so this would be a perfect chance for me to go for either. Sokaku happened to be M6 from Lighter's banner, and she's also an ice unit which Bringer is weak to, so the choice became obvious. I was going to use neither. Let's be serious here. I'm going to be 6 feet under before you catch me using either of these characters. I figured that I wanted a challenge in this game anyway, and the men in this game get no love. So fuck it. I'm going to do what you're all afraid to. I'm going to use a second male on my account, and not just any male either.
Alright, bro! Together now!
I got nothing but hate anytime this guy was on the screen. Anton sucks. Why are you using Anton? Even Piper is better. I already have to look at your ugly face, and now I have to look at his too? Alright, that last one I kind of just added in so you guys would feel bad for me and subscribe. Did it work though? Look, I knew Anton wasn't good, but this is supposed to be a challenge, right? You really want me to just copy-paste the same sweaty Miyabi team comp that everyone else uses? That seems boring. And so, like every child who just turned 18 and ignores the advice of their parents, I decided I was going to use Anton. Something I already knew I was going to regret because I brought him into Lost Void only to experience 20 minutes of straight hell trying to kill Bringer.
Alright, bro!
Shouldn't have called to there, I think. Still can, fuck it. I'm not sure what I expected. Like, using Anton on Bringer, really? You'd have to be so incredibly stupid to do that. Like, unfathomably dumb. You know what else is unfathomably dumb? A guy with terribly built level 50 characters who has no idea how to pilot them, heading straight into DA for the first time. Especially given he still doesn't know that the numbers under his health bar are his ultimate meter. And since I've been too cocky throughout this whole video, it's time to torture myself by looking at my own gameplay. In fact, let's bring in someone special to really drive the point home.
Instant to go, baby. What's good, guys? Yoku here, and Rhinne asked me to look at his Soldier 11 gameplay, because why are you running Soldier 11 again? Let's run this. Let's see what we got going on here. Right off the bat, we go straight for the Soldier 11 into the regular slashes. right here, bro, if I'm not even going to hold you, you should have parried in a lighter. The reason I think you should have parried in a lighter is because you're going to be able to use that energy. You see lighter has, you're going to get the parry that's going to build up stun, and you're going to be able to pop off an EX. Using energy gives him more morale. So if you do it that way, you want to be able to get into your as fast as possible, right? One of the things that you kind of don't have to worry about with Soldier 11, you see you're already at like 2,500 points. She's going to get her ultimate pretty quickly, you know? And then right here, I would have just stayed on lighter the entire time. So something that's really cool that you can do here, Pompey is going to do, or he's more than likely to do his little motorcycle, the invincible mode. If you hold on to lighter's ult and you pop it just as he's waking up, like he's getting ready to attack, you can actually stop him from doing that, which I think is really cool. Super awesome. There's a stun. Yep. Okay, nice. You could have gotten away with using Nicole right there too. Yeah, right here, you actually could have just EX'd. And then, so what this could have given you, depending on what you're doing, right? You could have gone for the EX with Nicole, going to Soldier 11. Soldier 11 would have done her, you know, boom, 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 boom. And then you could have zipped in lighter because he would have had the morale boosted punch. That would have started another chain attack. You could have gone into Nicole's chain attack, get another defense down. This would have helped build up more meter for her. And then you also could have gone back into Soldier 11. I think what could have happened here for you, right, bro? Obviously, some of the things that I called out would have been better for you to do, but these are all learning lessons. I think this might just be a damage diff. I think your soldier, depending on what your build is, right? I'm sure you guys in the video watching right now will see this, but I don't know what the build is. I think your soldier just needs a stronger build. You get a stronger build on your soldier, and I think you're fine. And maybe change your Nicole if she's not already on energy regen for her Disc 6, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, continue. And guys, enjoy the rest of the video.
So I learned that I need to get stronger because my skills, they just aren't cutting it. Luckily for us, Anniversary was right there. A free 5-star weapon, a 5-star character, and a bunch of pulls to guarantee us Yi Xuan. It's like Christmas came early. Wait, I mean Wuthering Waves. Zenless Zone Zero has the worst Anniversary I have ever seen in my life. Now that we're on the same page, let's continue. Hopefully we get Yi Xuan. Hopefully I have enough extra pulls to where we can get an Astra. If we get her early, especially, I mean, I'm going to use whatever pulls I can to try and get Astra afterward. Let's see if we get it. We got 3 A's, okay. I need Panda and I need Pulchra. We got another Anton? No way, bro. I already have him M6. I mean, that's another pull. I'll take another pull too. I don't mind that. I mean, I don't mind the Antons. It just means free dupes for me. I don't know what the S1 looks like still. I'll see if I can find it. All right, what do we get? Ambi. Dude, I need the rate up character so bad. Don't give me this trash. There's gonna be an Ambi Android out there. He's gonna be really angry hearing that. 3 A's again. I'm getting a lot of A ranks. I mean, that's cool, I guess. But all I really care about is 5 stars. Well, that's not true, actually. We got M1 Panda, which I heard is pretty good. It's either M1 or M6. Wait, that's the 5-star, right? All right, that's a guaranteed Yi Xuan. That's early, right? I believe that's early. There's Yi Xuan. There we go, baby. Brimstone was an easy lock-in for the weapon. It's good for both Anton and Soldier, and their teams are the ones that will need the help more. With the 5-star selector, Grace and Nakamata suck, so they're out of the question. Lycon was probably my best option as he can pair with Sokaku on Bringer. An intelligent person would have done that. So it leaves me with either M2 Soldier or M1 Rhinne. I wasn't really sure which would be better, and my research didn't give me a definitive answer, so I was holding on to it in hopes that someone who knew what they were doing would just tell me what to take. The more pressing matter was the Yi Xuan we just pulled. There's Yi Xuan. There we go, baby. The level 9 skills, the level 50, the R1 this thing, whatever in the hell this is. You like the level 40 Panda with the negative discs, with the Brimstone on him, without even his D? Like the Pulchra with half her disc not leveled? Yup, I love to see it. After raising her and her 2 furry teammates, it was finally time to see what a real carry feels like. I was going to do an actual narration for the Shiyu run, but if I'm being honest, me watching this is like watching a recording of my 6-year-old self sing at the school play. I'm going to hit none of the notes, and obviously my parents are going to clap anyway, because if you don't encourage their kid, they'll never try. But in this case, I'm both the 6-year-old and the parents, and so I get to say, I fucking suck. I didn't group up the mobs properly, I'm using my abilities super slow, and I'm not lining up my attacks or saving each one's points for the stun windows. This 6-year-old gets no standing ovation. In fact, I'd slap him through the monitor if I could. This gameplay is assaulting my eyes, so it's practically self-defense. At least when I'm watching the Soldier 11 side, I only partially want to vomit here. There are things I'm doing wrong, but it's mainly a Soldier 11k DPS problem, which as funny as the name is somehow more damage than what I'm doing. Obviously, Nicole can't group up the monsters, so they just keep moving around the whole time, and I have no AoE with this comp. Keep in mind that this is only floor 5, and I was barely able to A-rank it. Floor 6 and 7 were going to be a much harder time. Even my Yi Xuan, who's twice as strong as my soldier, is having issues here. Barely clearing with just 3 minutes over, and that's with the shield buff. Soldier side basically has her hitting a training dummy, which, as it would turn out, is my worst nightmare. So much so that I barely ended up getting a B, which in this case apparently stands for boosted. Floor 7 is basically the same situation as 6, except I somehow narrowly squeezed out on A rank here. But while my lack of damage was apparent, my confidence was shining. Very slightly more gear, and I maybe shave off the first side by getting a little bit more damage on soldier, I can actually S this. Now, obviously, that's a lot of coping. If I was going to clear Shiyu, I need to farm more discs and skill levels. No amount of skill issue was making up for the 2 minutes there. That did get me curious though. How much would I need to improve to clear DA right now? At this point, I was like 5 hours into playing Yi Xuan, and I could see my gameplay rapidly improving. I wasn't quite close to optimal yet, but I was getting the hang of what to do during the stun windows. Like, one thing I was doing was spamming dodge counters on the dolls to build up both performance and technique points. Obviously, this is basic stuff, but I'll say it again. New player, remember? Even though this was my first attempt on Marionette, it actually turned out pretty decently. It was my first time trying it, and I ended up getting 16k? I can 3-star this, so I just need 1-star on Bringer. Through an hour or so of resetting, I was getting more and more confident with Yi Xuan, and that's when this happened. Die? It's during the stun window, right? Please? Die? Please? Yes! 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 I should have canceled the chain attack, dude. I don't feel happy about that. I misplayed. I should have canceled the chain attack and just hit. I decided to take yet another plunge and go all in on Soldier 11. M2 Soldier 11 probably wouldn't be as impactful as M1 Rhinne, but she's cooler, so fuck the haters. Bam! After some testing, I brought Rhinne into Pompeii. I figured that with the pen ratio stacking with my pen percent 5th slot disc, it'd be better than the defense shred from Nicole. And because my Nicole was only M1, I was losing out on the crit rate buff from her as well, which led me to assuming that Rhinne would actually be pretty comparable here. I also learned that Rhinne plays like actual garbage. Why does it take forever for her skill to proc the chain attack? Why are there evasive assists in this game? Why does her ultimate have such a long animation? I would honestly just chalk this up to 1.0 things, as the recent kits have been so much better designed, but Nicole is literally a 4-star version of Rhinne, who's not only more powerful if you ever M6, but also has way more skill expression and is just more fun to play. Still though, Rhinne did help us do this. I was expecting a much harder time given how often I'm told DA is harder than Shiu, but that seemed pretty easy. Anton just needed to get 1 star. Now how hard could that be? Actually, you all already know. I just have to say one word. Bringer. Once again, I'm a new player, so I didn't really know what his name meant. I just heard rumors. He's a Miyabi check boss. You need anomaly agents, and he's the reason why ice is the best element in the game. An element which I'm obviously lacking. Anton would be fighting the toughest battle to date on the account, so I got him exactly what he needed. A wheelchair. Wait, is it? S! Dear Lord Mahoyo. The story was actually a 10 out of 10. It was actually the best story I've ever played in my life. Miasma is perfect. Best implementation I've seen in my life. I love backwards assists. It's so great. I'm 3 for 14, Mahoyo. Please! Yes! Finally! Finally! First 50-50 win, dude. Oh my god. What? I got to quick work raising Astra, who's as simple as it gets. Throw on whatever universal W support engine you have, get as much attack as possible, level up her skill and ult, and you're halfway done assembling your wheelchair. With Anton and Astra on the team, we just needed one more support. The plan was originally to use Rhinne, but I was told Nicole would be better here because she has the ability to help proc disorder on the hand. A decision which ended up being the single-handed saving grace of this run. Nicole being freed on means that we're running double support for Anton, so some quick grinding was necessary. I've been sharing a single set on my supports this whole time. I got Kaboom to level 50, and here's our final stats. Alright, Anton is 2.6k attack, 95 impact, I don't know if that matters, 77.8 crit rate, and 88.4 crit damage. Yeah, that's a god-awful ratio, but I don't really have an option. His D over here, only maxed out thing is the assist, because we're spamming that. Everything else is level 12, and his dodge is level 9. Didn't use that at all. Item on Starlight or Brimstone, depending on the run. Pull is 14.6 crit rates, 1.7 or 1.8k attack, and 69.2 crit damage. And then we have Nicole on 5-piece Swing Jazz, 4-piece Astral. We have some absolute garbage substats on here. Defense. Ooh, that goes hard. Level 0. Ooh, that goes hard. Level 9 skills over here. Level 1 basic and dodge. I kind of wish I had these higher, but she is 2.8k attack, 26.6 crit rate, 50 crit damage, and Astra level 9 special, and level 7 ult. I have her on some attack pieces. I tried to roll some attack for her, but we didn't really get too much. And these ones I just maxed out, not because of their substats, but just because they have attack for some of them. And that's pretty cool. And I have her on rank 1 Kaboom. I knew Bringer would be difficult for Anton, but not having a proper anomaly unit made me fail over and over again. I couldn't tell if this was a stats issue, Anton issue, or skill issue. But honestly, looking back, it's probably all three. Even with saving both my Nicole and my Anton ultimates, preemptively charging my Nicole skill before the hand ends, and trying to line up the anomaly windows to proc together, I often didn't have the damage to kill it. It would just end in a wipe. Something interesting that I actually didn't know during the run was that you can hold Anton's quick assist or dodge to have it last longer. This is supposed to be the core gameplay loop of this comp, and I just wasn't doing it. So, T?
Let me give you a little treat. Like
Straight to the Earth's core!
Even if I were lucky and cleared the first hand, which did not happen often. What the fuck are you... Bringer always had the chance to make me submissive and breedable. But in one run, I was finally able to break both hands, and in a massive turn of events, it was finally my turn to fist Bringer. That was literally 1 millisecond. Oh my god. The physical resistance, by the way, going in hard right now. Yeah.
Straight into the ground! Straight into the ground!
I fucked up, 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 I fucked up. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, get fucked, Bringer. You're my bitch or what? Damn straight you are. Fuck you. Sucks to be you, I guess. Boom! That's what we call clear, baby. Get fucked, Bringer. You're officially Anton's bitch. B. And that's all we need. The 1-star. No way, bro. That was way too hard for no reason. Riding off the high of clearing DA, I took Yi Xuan and Soldier back into Shiu. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the Soldier 11 kind of goes hard on this side. That wasn't that bad. Look at that. Oh, this character's not broken at all. What the hell is that AoE? He's not even in the bubble. I was able to S rank floor 5 and A rank floor 6 and 7. Astra is obviously a noticeable upgrade for this account, but I think I was just getting more familiar with the game as well. If a good player would clear Shiu on this account, then that means I can clear Shiu on this account. My goal for this run was to clear both Shiu and DA, and so I needed a little bit more work still. Luckily, I still had 2 ways to get upgrades. One was unlikely and required a lot of gambling. The other was also unlikely and also required a lot of gambling. Welcome to gacha hell. Unfortunately, all the gambling happened off stream. I was pretty busy with Wuthering Waves at the time trying to beat every hologram using level 70 characters. Pretty sure I'm the first person to do that, and the video's coming out soon, so you should totally subscribe for it. With Shiu resetting in a few hours, this is going to be the last shot I had at completing this challenge. So here's what we're working with. Our Soldier I worked on a good amount. Maybe we'll do a little bit more work on her, but she's 2.5k attack, 77.8 crit rates, 128.4 crit damage. Her skills are pretty up except for the assist. And then I got her on Branch and Blade now, which we had her on Astral Voice before. And then Lighter is 53.8 crit rates, 93.2 crit damage, 1.8k attack, Astra, 2.8k attack. Not much to say there. She's on triple attack over here. Obviously under-leveled, so not going to have as much attack. She's on Kaboom over here. Hellfire Gears over here. And then Brimstone over here for Soldier. And then our other team, Yi Xuan, does not have her W engine on. Okay, well, that would be helpful. So she's at 15k HP, 53.8 crit rate, which becomes 73.8 with her W engine, and 136 crit damage. Skills are up except for this, which I could work on. And then her gear needs a little bit of work. Not in the best of shape, but not terrible. We have Pulchra, 50.6 crit rate, 69.2 crit damage, 2.6 or 1.6k attack. Her dodge counter, skill, and ultra leveled. And then here's her gear. I gave her off pieces over here just because I only need to hit the crit rate for her. Her damage isn't really going to matter too much. Kind of sucks, but it is what it is. R3 on Steam Oven. And then Panda, I just give him a Starlight Engine. 2.6k attack. Attack, energy regen. I start the fight using Pulchra and Panda's EX special for the buffs. Then I pivot to Yi Xuan using her dodge hold to group up the mobs. I instantly chain this into her ball attack, making quick work of the first wave. The two twins spawn, and their first attack will be to charge up and dash at me. I run into a corner to abuse this, causing both of them to be grouped and have less space to move around. This also allows me to stun both mobs at the same time, giving me a massive damage window with Yi Xuan's combo. Unfortunately, one of them lives through Yi Xuan's damage, and this wastes a stupid amount of time. I don't know what ungodly thing made the devs think it was a good idea to make him invuln for this whole attack, but it's kind of cringe. Where the hell are you? Die? Still, it's a sub 2 minute clear, so I just needed Soldier to perform. On side 2, I used too many defensive parries for the first wave, causing me to use an Astra ult on the non-stun window just so I can break the dog's armor faster. In hindsight, I'm actually kind of impressed that I thought on my feet that quickly, but obviously I shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. Okay, we got this side cleared. Soon. On. We gotta clear it with swag. Moderate amounts of swag acquired if I kill with lighter. Wait, what? Where's my lighter? Come on. Do some punches. There we go. Boom. Get the fuck out of my game. The first half of Shiu 7 is guarded by this fat fuck. He starts off with a 3-part attack that inflicts massive daze on him if you're able to parry all 3 in a row. But either I have massive skill issue, or it's not really possible with this team because I only have 2 characters that can parry, so that didn't happen. I'm sure I'll get flamed in the comments for that one. Anytime I'm entering the stun window, I want to make use of Lighter's EX to proc King of the Summit, and then I instantly chain attack onto Soldier, and then cancel the chain, do a basic attack string with Soldier, and then wait until the 4th hit is about to connect before I swap back into Lighter, proccing another chain attack for Soldier. You guys like my negative damage 25% in an entire stun window, by the way? Love to see it. Anytime he's not in the stun window, I'm basically praying that he'll use his Miasma shield. I can break it super easily with Lighter, and since I'm underleveled, the damage from it is actually super meaningful. I was told Miasma shield was supposed to be a problematic mechanic, but I'm literally begging for him to use it on everyone. Weird how that works. Ow. I do minor amounts of phase tanking. You dead? Okay, we got one more side to go. Side 2 is a pretty simple boss as well. He just needs to be parried 6 times to break both of his legs, and then we deal max damage. It just took me a few attempts to learn what to do. There we go. Do some bullshit, please. Thank you. Okay, got one more. There we go. Wait, what? Got 20 seconds. I can still do it, though. Bye-bye, Shiyu. Wait. Let me swap. Thank you. Bye-bye, Shiyu. It wasn't letting me swap, dude. This game is so troll. I just wanted to give a special shout out to the Zenless Zone Zero community. Thanks so much for helping me when I was trying to do this run. People like Kete, Yoji, Rivinus, EO, all you guys are so helpful, and more I can't remember off the top of my head. I appreciate you guys answering any questions I had or helping me out during this run trying to learn characters. I had a fun time doing a run like this, and what will I do next? Well, subscribe to find out.